Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Virgo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free. It does not cost you anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Virgo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we've got the moon. This is the new moon. This is kind of an unknown future, right? This is a doorway. This is a big change in your life. This is the threshold of something beyond which you cannot see. It's darkness. It's black out there, right? It's the dark night with no moonlight. We've got to have a leap of faith here, you know. We've got to step through this doorway. I feel like you're on the brink of a very important change in your life. And you can't quite see what the results of it are, right? We can't quite see what is next. We can't see really what is beyond this boundary that we feel. Let's look at a few more cards, okay? Another doorway. This is a leveling up. This is an ascension. It's not a descent. It's a rising. Okay. This is getting to that kind of future that I think you've always been dreaming about. This is that moment. This is now. You see, when we got just the moon card, we think, God, this could be really, really bad, right? But then we get the Eon card: judgment, rebirth, reawakening, baptism by fire. This is a new era for you. And yet we still aren't really sure what it's going to look like in the future. We know it's going to be challenging. We know that it's going to be a lot of work. 9 of Cups. Oh, 10 of Cups. Ace of Swords. That's very good. And an Ace of Wands. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. So you've got now, you feel it. You feel and you have faith and you have hope and you're ready. You're ready to go and live your best life. And now we've got that ace. Both aces are this clarity, this certainty. There's no doubt in your mind, right? You're receiving confirmation about this decision because once you go through this doorway, there is no turning back. Okay? What else we have? Another ace. Look at that. 3 aces. Boom, boom, boom. This is off the charts. This is nuts. It's going to be really, this is the decision that is going to change the rest of your life. This is the decision that is going to really manifest this water energy. We want the 10 of Cups, and it could be that the last thing we were doing, whatever is on the other, the front side of this doorway, didn't give us what we wanted, right? So now it's kind of like we're trying again. We have certainty, we have clarity, we're making that decision, our will is one, and now we're getting that 10th cup, right? We're getting that 10th cup. Oh my God. I don't believe it. We have now all 4 aces. All 4 aces. Okay? So this is the moment that everything begins again for you in a way that I think is resonating with you, with who you are and what you want, with your energy, with your spirit. This is everything that you have ever wanted, right? Spiritually, creatively, in terms of your relationships, right? Your networking, the way that you interact with people. In terms of your heart, your love, your creativity, your emotions, your connection with spirit, your divine energy. And physically, financially as well. I feel like all of this has to translate into physical actions, right? What else do we have? Oh my gosh. Ace and a 10. Ace and a 10. What is next? What's this final card going to be? Oh, the Princess of Pentacles. Yes, so that is you really taking this next step. And this is really the crucial thing, that we've got to act on this. We've got to do this work, right? You've got to step through this doorway. And you've got 2 doorways here, right? And maybe we could look at this as either, okay, one is going one way, one is going the other way. You know, it depends, and maybe this is it. Maybe you've got you've got 2 choices in front of you. And maybe one is very, very obviously now, because we got all these aces, there is clarity. There is no doubt in your mind, no doubt in your heart, no doubt in your soul, no doubt in your body about which one of these is right for you. And maybe the moon, maybe this moon card is the descent, right? Saying no to something, or to not taking the opportunity, right? Bowing out of something, saying, I'm not going to go after that. And then this is the ascension. This is the rising. This is you saying, I'm going after this goal. I am making this decision, and I'm going to get all these 10s, right? The 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. This is you going after that best life, knowing it's not going to be easy. This is you maybe taking the low road. It's easier, but you know it's not right. This is you taking the high road. This is you going after the very best and highest life, the most successful, the biggest goals you've ever imagined. It's not going to be easy, Virgo, but you're going to do it. And here's that Princess of Pentacles, Earth of Earth. This is everything now manifested. Because really this is all potential. None of this is real yet, right? We feel it, we sense it, we think it, we feel it, but it's not something tangible yet. Here it is becoming tangible, the beginning and the end. You take the first step, then you're taking the last step. If you begin, you are going to finish it. Right? Once you take the first step on the path, you will inevitably come to the end of this path and everything that you want manifesting. This is off the charts. I'm kind of speechless here. I don't even know what to say about this. It is extraordinary energy. I think we should do the mystery card. We're going to select one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And this is just going to go right over here. We're going to put Tiny Bob Ross right there on top, and we're not going to look at that card until the very end. I'm so excited for what that card's going to be. It will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need, even if it's not this great, exciting card. Whatever its message is going to be exactly what we need. Okay? If you have a prediction for that card, I want you to put it down in the comments. Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise. Okay? Let's look around the room one more time. This is beautiful. We got 2 major arcana energies here. That's all. For the majors, this is what we have. We've got the moon, we've got the eon. And it's kind of, we got this water, we've got this nighttime, uncertain darkness, right? This kind of dream world. And then we've got this very kind of bright but harsh reality. This is the daytime, this is the nighttime. This is the wake-up call. This is the card that's where we're still asleep. We haven't quite woken up yet. This is us waking up. So this is a transition from night to day, from sleeping to waking, from unconsciousness to consciousness, from not fulfilling your goals, your spiritual will, to then fulfilling that. This is the doorway, the portal to the future. This is entering a new dimension. This is entering a new era of your life. This is really like jumping on a new timeline. A lot of new stuff going on. New. First of all, the Ace of Swords, there is, you have a new approach to your interpersonal relationships. You know, I think that you're moving into this energy where you can really read people very, very well. You know, there's no wondering what other people are thinking or what their motives are. You can sense it. This is almost, This is almost a telepathy, right? Knowing what other people are feeling. Yeah. I feel like this is, I feel it's kind of, you're kind of a mind reader. I feel like you know what people are going to say, and you probably have noticed that more lately, that you've been able to kind of finish people's sentences, or like when you're watching TV and you're watching your show or something, and the dialogue starts, and you can kind of just, you can finish their sentence for them. Like, you know, and I don't know if it's, you didn't write the show, and you've never seen the show before, but you just intuitively kind of know the natural way that that conversation is going to go. Like you could have written that TV show, but I feel like that's happening in your life too, where people are having a conversation, you're having a conversation, and it's almost like you've been there before. It's almost like you've already heard it. You know what the exchange is going to be. And I feel like it's starting to happen in a way where you're just like, okay, wait a minute, what's going on here? And it's because you have a mind that is very receptive right now to the spiritual energies. I think you've been having a lot of prophetic dreams lately, because this is the antenna, right, on top of your head. And I think that you've been maybe at nighttime, when some of your conscious thoughts have quieted down, a lot more of this divine energy comes in, a lot more of this communication takes place. Your dreams have been pretty wild lately. But I feel like now in your waking life, you're getting this certainty, this clarity. You know things, right? And not only do you know things, but you know what those things mean. Like, you understand the deeper significance to things. Your insight is off the charts right now. Yeah, your insight is off the charts. Your ability to look into things, into situations, and get that certainty, get that clarity, get that enlightenment that you need is off the charts. Because I think you have a mind that is really calm right now. It is just kind of, it's very centered. And this is that kind of clarity, or that kind of quietude. You don't know everything. You don't need to know everything. You don't even care about, you know that when the time is right, the answer is going to be there. Like in those conversations, you're not like trying to figure out, okay, what are they going to say? What is going on here? No, it just kind of comes to you. So you don't have a need to know everything. Everything just kind of comes and you know it, right? There's a difference there. One is a quiet kind of receptivity. It's an empty mind, right, that is ready to receive. And this is your receiver. This is that antenna, right? I feel like the same thing's going on with your creativity. You're no longer searching for that great idea. You're no longer out there looking for the inspiration. It comes to you. You know that by having a clear mind and a kind of a calm spirit, let's say, that those answers will come to you. That if you're looking for the next move to make, the next big project, the next, let's say you're an artist, right? You're trying to find the next good idea. What am I going to write next? What am I going to paint next? What's the next song going to be? You're not out here trying to figure it out. You're calm. You're just serene. There's a certain serenity. And that inspiration just comes forth from your soul. And that's it. And I feel like this is, these two transitional doorway kind of cards are really you learning how to do this now in a daytime way, rather than just kind of it happens unconsciously. I don't know why it works or how it works. Now it's something that you realize that this is your power. You realize that you have this gift. And you're using it to figure out what your next moves are, because we're turning this not just into something that's kind of fun to do at night before you fall asleep. Now it's something that really is a force of nature in your life. Right? And you are a force of nature in the way that you are manifesting your goals, your dreams. Maybe this transitional energy here with the moon and the Eon card, maybe this is you taking your dreams, taking things from your unconscious and bringing them into the daytime world. You see that trope in movies, right, where someone's dreaming and they grab an object in their dream. And then when they wake up, there it is, right? That's your energy right now, okay? In a symbolic way, I think. But it's It's knowing what you want and being able to grasp it and manifest it. You know, taking things that are within and bringing them forth into the, you know, material, mechanical world of forms and things, you know. And so this is really a master of manifestation kind of energy here. Because you have the mental, the spiritual, creative, you have the emotional, you have the physical, clarity, certainty, the direction. All of these are one. All of these are one. It's not that your heart wants one thing, your mind wants another, your body wants something else, and we're all over the place and disjointed. No, everything is on the same page, your entire being. And it even feels like the world around you is on the same page as you. See, this ace is in the position of the environment. And the environment and the Nine of Cups within you, these two have a very close relationship in the Dove and Serpent spread. The environment and then the external environment, the internal environment. It's almost like the world around you, the universe, spirit, right? The manifested universe is creating opportunities to fulfill this Nine of Cups, your happiness, your bliss. This is you trying to live your dream. This is you following your bliss. This is you pursuing your happiness. Well, Spirit is putting everything in your path to do that. And so this is like the world, almost like the outside world knows what you want, what you need, and it appears right as you need it, you know? And I feel like that's kind of giving you a little bit of a pause. It's like someone who realizes they have this gift and they're just so kind of almost dumbfounded by it, right? They're just in awe of their own gift. And I think that's your life right now, okay? I think that you are in awe of your own gifts. And as long as we apply those gifts to the physical, material, you know, mechanical world, you're going to reach every goal that you set out to achieve, all right? And that's an inspiration. So we've got the Ten of Cups here, and this is in the background position, because I feel like you always know what you want, because in your dreams, in your mind, in your imagination, in this moon energy now we're going with the Ten of Cups in this moon energy. You know in your heart, you have this image of your perfect life, right? Your perfect dream life, right? You have that in your imagination internally. And now the idea is to bring that out into the daylight, to start manifesting that in real terms. Right? So this is your imagination, this is your will, this is your goals, your ideals within you, and this is you applying this now to the outside world with clarity, with certainty, with no doubt. It's not a matter of if, but it's just kind of how quickly do you want all of this stuff? Because sometimes we don't want it all that quickly, do we? Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we want to play the game. You know, we set out to do something that we're really having fun doing, and then just like that, the game is over. And we're disappointed, right? We're all kids inside, you know? And I see that in my daughter. My wife and I have an almost 4-year-old daughter, and she loves to play games. She doesn't care what the game is. She doesn't care who wins or loses, but she just wants to play. And then if somebody wins, or we play soccer, you know, a football out on the grass, if someone scores a goal, she thinks, well, the game's got to be over, and it's just no. She's like, let's just take it back out. Let's pretend that didn't happen, you know. And sometimes I feel that's how we are as human beings, as adults, you know, that we don't want to get that final goal. We don't want the game to end. We want to keep playing. So sometimes we don't want things to happen too quickly. Now, other times we do. But the point is that we're enjoying this process so much. I enjoy the work that I do. I enjoy the time that I'm spending, that I don't want it to end. I want to get to the end of the day and go to sleep for a couple hours, then wake up tomorrow and get to do it again. And, you know, I want the paycheck that comes in every so often, that sort of thing. I want the bills to get paid. I want my body to do its thing on time, and so I want to be able to eat again and keep drinking water and stuff. So some things we want to satisfy as soon as we can. But the bigger picture, We don't really need it to end right away. If you're enjoying what you're doing, you don't want it to end. Okay? And that's what that card is down here at the bottom. Now, the Ace of Cups, I feel like you are ready to receive not only this kind of, maybe this wisdom, right? But you're ready to receive the divine love as well. And maybe this is manifesting in the form of new relationships, new romantic relationships. Put your pitchforks away. Doesn't mean that you're going to get into a relationship right now. Maybe you will. But this is you ready to receive that divine love in whatever form is right for you. It could be in the form of romantic relationships. Could be in the form of very close family relationships, friendships. It could be that kind of bond and love like with our fur babies, you know, our animals. Your pets, your plants, your people, right? Ready to receive love, ready to experience that intimate bond with life, right? Ready to receive that love. And the more we receive, it's kind of like a black hole. You know, you ever see like an image of a black hole? It's receiving so much that it starts to shoot out light from the top and bottom. Have you seen that, like that image? Look it up on Google. It's a really cool image. And we think of a black hole, it's like, oh, well, you're just a black hole, right? You're just taking. Well, yes, but think about how much we're giving off as well, right? We're kind of like that, and this card looks like that kind of black hole. You know, so saying that you're a black hole of love does not have to be insulting in any way. There's nothing wrong with receiving and with experiencing as much of this divine love as we can. It doesn't mean just romantic love. It doesn't mean that we're just taking. But sure, we want to receive love. And the more we receive, the more we give off. And I feel like you're really in this mode right now where you want to receive as much as you can. You know, divine love, friendships, just bonds between people, between our animals, and, you know, just that connectedness with life. We want to experience that every moment of every day, and the more we experience, the more we're able to give that energy off. We're exuding love, right, in these ways. And that's really nice. And this is a good feeling for you. And it's in your general energy. So it's just, we're just kind of walking around with this smile. And it's just like we enjoy doing good deeds for people. It's just, you know, being kind to strangers, right? It doesn't have to be anything, you know, crazy. Just being kind to people. You know, smiling at somebody. Just kind of waving at someone as you're passing them by on the subway platform or something, you know? It's just like you're in a good mood. You know what I mean? Next card is that Ace of Pentacles, and this is really, we talked about this really. This is the need for us to do these kinds of things in the real world. It's one thing to think about them, to dream them, to have the intention and the will and the inspiration to go forward and the clarity and all this stuff. It's good for us to not want the game to end, yes, but we have to actually go out and do the thing. You know, dreaming or just imagining playing football is not the same as being out there and really actually doing it. And that's why I said that this Eon card is not going to be an easy thing. Because we have to go out into the material world and do the things physically, mechanically, you know, with our joints and bones and muscles and stuff. So it's going to be taxing. It's going to make you tired. It's going to make you hungry and thirsty and need a nap, you know. But that's part of the beauty of it. And we have to start that physical component of the thing if we're going to enjoy the game. It's really the difference between playing sports and watching sports. All right? I got nothing against sports. I don't really watch them very much. Sometimes I like a little baseball, but that's about it. Right? Anyway, in order to get this 10 of Pentacles, we have to start it. If you take that first step, you are inevitably going to arrive at the goal. Right? This is a secret of all magic and mysticism. As soon as you take your first step upon the path, you are guaranteed to reach the goal, reach the end at some point. It's inevitable now. You've made that intention. You've put that force into the universe. And depending on how much we're enjoying the game, it might not even be this lifetime. But once you take that first step, you will inevitably reach the goal. It's up to you how fast or how slow you want to go. Okay? The Princess of Pentacles to me is saying that you are going to reach this goal sooner rather than later. And the goal really is this best life. I almost want that mystery card to be the Empress or something. Because this is your, again, with the 10 too, of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, your picture-perfect life. Your dream life, that happiness, that best, absolute best life that you can imagine. And of course, the further you go along this path, this goal might change. Not that it's really changing. You're understanding it better. You're getting more insight into it. It's going to look a little different. It's going to become more complex or more simple. It's going to become something that you want to push out a little bit further, or you want it now, right? It's not necessarily changing, but your perception of it is changing, okay? And I think that's kind of a revelation, because usually we think of this card as, okay, this is our long-term goal, but the closer we get, maybe we don't want the same things anymore. So we'll erase, we'll modify, we'll edit, we'll revise. I don't think that's really what we're doing. Or I think really that would go with the 10 of Cups. We still want the same kind of deep, intense spiritual satisfaction, soul satisfaction. But maybe the details, the actual physical components and the colors of the wallpaper maybe will change. But the goal itself doesn't change. It's just our perception of it. Now we're seeing a different color on the walls. Now we're seeing, a different flower in the vase, so to speak. And I think the Princess of Pentacles is the absolute perfect card for this, because this represents kind of that infinite potential. This is the uncarved block now. So if we have this 10 of Pentacles, we have this 10 of Cups as our ideals, we see the vision of the future, we know what the details are, then we start making those moves, and we start chiseling away at life and getting closer and closer to our ultimate goal. And this is that uncarved block. This is the clay, the big block of clay. And it's up to you to just kind of sculpt what you want, using whatever methods you want. You could use your finger. You could use a scalpel, a chisel, whatever. I don't know. Right? Whatever you need. But you're creating it. You are the creator here. It's really beautiful. I want to look at the mystery card. I'm just thinking Empress or Hermit, your superpower card. I don't know that we need anything else. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. I don't really have anything else except for Empress or Hermit. Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is interesting. I said at the beginning that this, whatever the mystery card's going to be, it's going to tie everything together, right? It might not be something spectacular, but it's going to be what we need. And this might be, one, the realization that our humanness is not going to go away, that we don't want it to go away, right? And as human beings, we are affected by other people. We're affected by their choices. We're affected by our own choices, right? So the Three of Swords is reminding us that we're going to be affected for better or worse. We're going to be affected by what other people do and say. We're going to get our feelings hurt. We're going to hurt other people's feelings. We're going to have a bad day. We're going to slip on a banana peel and land on our butts sometimes, right? Sometimes. But the idea here is that we keep our heart and our mind unified, right? That we don't let our feelings are hurt and our feelings want to go run home and disengage from the world, and then our mind is doing something else, right? Our mind wants to go in a different direction. Let's say we start having these thoughts of like, well, maybe I can't do it. And we start getting negative. We start getting pulled down into that pit, right? We have to remain committed to our work, committed to ourselves, and we have to be unified internally. And that's why all of these ACEs, it's not separate. They're not just one goal for the mind, one goal for the heart, one goal for the body, one goal for the spirit. No, it's one goal. All of these different cards are all parts of one unified being, one unified spirit. And particularly when bad things happen to us, when we get our feelings hurt, when we hurt somebody else's feelings, when we slip and fall, when we stumble on our path. We have to stay committed. We have to stay unified and keep going. So I think this is really a perfect confirmation card, because in all this serene, blissed out energy, what happens when you have a bad day? Is it going to send you all the way back to start? Or are you just going to pick up and keep going? Sometimes we got to pick our heart up off the floor and keep going, right? And this is a good reminder. And I know this is kind of a somber reminder, but there will be rainy days. Of course, we see that in this card. We see the rainy days. We can't let those rainy days send us all the way back to start or sink us way down in that pit. We've just got to stand up, pull ourselves together, right? And there's something to that, when you gotta get yourself together. You gotta pull yourself together. You gotta come back to center. You gotta pull all your different thoughts and feelings and energies, pull them all back to that kind of, that center position, and keep going forward, right? This is a very, very good card. We're going to do an extended reading as well. If you want to stick around, upstairs, downstairs, there's a link. You can click on it and watch the extended reading. New readings for Virgo every Tuesday and Saturday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. I am here every day. Come see me again tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything, and it helps out the channel. And honestly, the channel could use all the help that it can get. YouTube's being a little funny about how it's pushing out videos to new viewers. So whatever you can do to help, push these videos out, like the videos, comment on the videos, share them on social media, and just watch your readings and, watch them through till the end like you do is really the best way to support the channel. And I really do appreciate all of that. I really do. And I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.